Hello everyone, this is Midget Toes casting the final of the Craft Cup between Socke, the Protoss at 3 o'clock main, and Kuba, the Zerg, up at 12 o'clock. The map is Metalopolis and they're the close air positions. So these positions are particularly good for the Zerg, Kuba, as he can always expand away from his opponent. You'll notice that if he's expanding here and over here, his opponent's having to go further and further away. If they were, for example, in these close positions, he'd always be expanding towards Socke, which is not good for a Zerg because they do like to get lots of expansions. So yeah, that's good news for Kuba, and he is going to spot that with the Overlord. Now if he's smart about this, he can actually see the Nexus and turn the Overlord around before Socke sees the Overlord. So just going to jump into the Socke cam and see if he actually sees this Overlord coming by. The Overlord actually missing slightly where he should be going, so Kuba has seen the Nexus, but Socke has not seen the Overlord, but he's too far in the main. He's going to fly right over this pylon, so Socke will know regardless. Not that it matters, Socke's sending out this early scout anyway. Now of course the score is 2-0 to Socke. This is a best of 5, and this is game 3, that means. And Kuba must win this game in order to stay alive in this tournament. He is opting again for the 14 pool, while Socke goes for a 14 gateway by the looks of it. Pretty standard play by both players so far. Socke just going to poke around at the natural. Not really doing a lot. Probably going to go down and try and block that expansion again like he did last time. Just so he knows when Kuba expands, basically. Once again, this map, not very close by ground, or it could be a lot closer at least. So Kuba opting for a later gas. And actually going down pool then hatch without a gas yet, so that's a little bit odd. Normally you see Zerg go either hatch first completely or pool and gas then hatch, so I'm not really sure his reasoning for doing that. Only just throwing down the gas now, but obviously decided he's not going to need that early ling speed. He's going to fly over, he's going to see that core, or he's just going to turn around, whatever, both work I guess. Yeah, didn't see that core, so not exactly going to know if that's a 2-gate pressure or standard play from Socke coming out, but obviously he's not too worried about it, getting that later gas. Happy to get the later Zergling speed. We do see the Queen about to pop, and this natural is about 2/3 done, so it's almost done. Socke going for the second gas, just continuing to remember his pylons, a good skill to have there. Don't want to get yourself supply blocked, especially early in the game. Kuba sending some lings in, just going to poke at the front, but going to see this Zealot and not be able to do anything about it. And the Stalker, no Stalker yet, Sentry is on the way, so yeah, just pokes in, sees the core, sees the gateway and just runs away. Now Socke doing a smart thing, hiding his tech back from the ramp, so the Zerglings can't just poke up and see what's going on. If Kuba wants to know what's going on, he's going to have to float an Overlord in, which can be a big risk. And Socke going for a big warp gate play, throwing down an extra 2 gateways, an extra 3 gateways. So we are going to see a 4 warp gate push here. Kuba on the other hand, just playing pretty standard, got his expos up nice and safe, throwing down a Roach Warren, so I don't know if he's predicted this, he certainly hasn't seen these gateways, but opting for a Roach Warren early, so gonna be interesting to see if he can hold off 4 warp gate pressure, which of course is quite a strong play by Protoss, early game push at least. He is opting for a fast lair, and as he gets the lair, throwing down some more gas geysers, which is pretty standard for Zerg. Queen just going to scare this probe off, while dropping a spine crawler as well. So Kuba playing very, very defensively here. This Roach Warren and the spine crawler suggests to me he's expecting some sort of big early pressure. Socke now morphing the warp gates, dropping the forward pylon, and moving out with his first few units, while warping in more Zealots here. Weird to see no Stalkers coming out from Socke. Not really sure what the reason for that is. Chrono boosting these warp gates though, so we can get the units out a little bit faster. Wow, Kuba really is going to go heavy Roach. He's just getting these movement speed for the Roaches, so they're a little bit quicker with the lair. So not opting for Hydras or Mutas, but here we go. We see the push at the front. Kuba not going to have enough to hold this. Going to have to wait for some more eggs to pop, I believe. There we go, pulling some drones off the line to help out. with some good force fields, Socke could do a lot of damage here. There we go, force fielding the ramp, so he can't get any reinforcements from the lair now. Kuba may have enough to hold this if he pulls some more drones. There we go, you see the meat shield zealots are down now, just 3 sentries and a stalker. Stalker really the big damage dealing unit there, so if Socke can take that, if Kuba can take that out, that'll be big hurt. But more sentries warping in here. Good micro by Socke, not letting his units drop down, taking shield damage but then running away. Kuba with the roaches, nearly got the roach speed done now. Trying to do everything he can to get more units. Another lava inject popping off now, so gonna have more come up in a minute. Oh, Socke missing the force field on the ramp this time, so probably gonna have to pull back now. Kuba just getting too many roaches here. If we look at the unit counting station, 13 roaches. Taking out this probe. Gonna take out this forward pylon. And that's gonna be it for Socke's push. He's gonna have to pull back. 14 roaches beat 6 stalkers 4 sentry. Especially now that roach speed is done. Some good force fields, cutting the army in half. Gonna be able to take out a few roaches maybe. But Kuba just really steaming forward with these roaches. Putting on a lot of pressure to Socke. Socke trying to run away, but these roaches with the speed are just too quick, I think. Doing a good job sniping the roaches with the low HP here. Warping in on the high ground. Going to be able to force field his ramp and stop any more roaches pushing up. Or just force field pointlessly in the middle of the map. That's good too, I guess. And Socke here not looking in the best position. Was looking to expand, but for now just having to pull back. No sentry, so there's going to be no force field here at the ramp. Warping into block with zealots. These roaches are going to be able to hit these zealots and take them down. Socke forced to pull a lot of probes off the line. This is a lot of roaches in the base. Socke really needs to warp in more units, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold this. These roaches are just too strong by Kuba. More force fields that aren't really achieving a lot. Yeah, I'd say the GG should be coming from Socke soon. These roaches just causing so much damage. Although Socke is now able to hold them off. Kuba still streaming units in. Gonna pull them back now maybe, or at least wait for some more to come before pushing in. Be interesting to see. We do see Socke actually isn't that far behind in terms of the worker count. 23 to 21. The big hurt is that Kuba has this up and running expansion while Socke was not able to expand. Kuba just floating the Overlord in just to see what's happening. And Socke actually forced to play 4 warp gates and 1 robo off 1 base. You cannot support that, I can tell you right now. He is not able to produce out of all of them at once. So, trying to get an Immortal out to deal with these roaches. Mortals, of course, just devour roaches with that big armor damage, 50 damage to armored. So we'll be 3-shotting these roaches when the Immortal comes out. And here it is. So now Socke should be feeling a little bit safer, but this is a lot of roaches. I mean, 1 Immortal will do a lot of damage, but against 16 roaches, it's not going to be close still. And look at that, just almost one-shotting the Stalker with his roaches there. But now Kuba going to pull back, knows the Immortals are going to be coming out. Or maybe he's just going to keep up the pressure. This is a very interesting decision by Kuba. He is getting a Spire at the same time, so forcing Socke into this Immortal play and then getting Spy units, very good. Some better force fields here by Socke. Still not the best, and that Immortal is doing a lot of damage at the back there, not taking many hits. A second Immortal coming out now, so I'd say Kuba's going to have to pull back here. This is just too strong for him. See here, oh, bad job by Kuba there. That's not good. Losing some roaches he really shouldn't. Is he going to lose that one at the back? 10 life, 1 shot. Looks like it's just going to get away, but that was not the best play. And obviously there was some lag there. One of the spectators dropping out. Kuba will be able to hold this fairly easily, I'd imagine. And that Spire is up, so we could see some mutas coming out soon, which will be big trouble for Socke here. Some good force fields. The Roach is only 3 range, so need to really push in close. Taking out one of these Immortals. That Queen getting way too far off creep there. That's poor control. That Queen's going to go down. More Roaches coming up. Socke not able to force field the ramp, so is able to reinforce from top and bottom at the moment. Getting some Lings up too. Lings, of course, are quite good at dealing with Immortals. This is really to and fro, pushing up and down this lane at the moment. I'd say Kuba's got the upper hand though. I mean, Socke, still no expansion, still not able to produce out of all these facilities at once. And Kuba now just chasing him back down. We don't see any mutas on the way still, sticking to this heavy roach play. And here we go, the Lings are in there as well. Going to take down that Immortal, maybe. Dealing with these Zealots very comfortably, and the Stalkers. The Immortal is going to go down. Yes, there we go. There is another one in the base, but and a good force field there. Do these sentries have any energy? One sentry can force field. I must say, I've been very impressed by Kuba's play this game, much better than his last two. We see here, is he going to snipe those sentries and just push up? One sentry down. Going for the Stalker instead. Ooh, just sniping it. I would have liked to see him take out the sentry and push up the ramp, but that's unlucky. And he's actually got burrow now for the roaches. No tunneling claws just yet, so they're not able to move around while burrowed. But there we go, look at that, unburrow micro. Big damage to Socke, getting a huge surround on all his units there. Now pushing up the ramp. Very good play, taking out the sentry. No force fields for you. That Immortal, just sitting back, but just needs to kill that. There we go. This should be GG now. There we go, we see GG. So 2-1, Kuba keeping himself alive in this series. This has been Midget Toast Casting, and I will see you in Game 4.